Okay, today I'm doing the Aussie Yen pair. Just doing a quick one. Wrong place. I am in the wrong place. So we'll start with the weekly chart with yearly pivots. Last week, or the last couple of weeks actually, been highlighting the fact that we've had a divergence down here that worked quite well. She's gone up strongly since then out of the yearly take profit zone on the weekly pivots. So we've had a strong run up previous week and a strong run up this week. It's kind of hit the yearly S1 at 81.8. I think the high of this one was 83. So there you go. So we've pretty much come off the yearly S1 and the weekly 55 MA. Close enough. Last week I was looking for a retracement on this candle for an entry to take it up higher. I didn't get my entry points, so unfortunately I wasn't in that run. I'm a little bit more confident this week of a retracement because of that long tail. Now whether that is the retracement and she's going to go up further from here remains to be seen, but I'll go through my targets in a minute. I feel that if it closes above this level here of 82.8, if it closes above 82.8 at some point next week on a daily candle, I would be looking to target 84.7. which is both the yearly M2 pivot and it would also be the 200 EMA, weekly 200 EMA, and also this level here. You could just about drag that all the way across there, couldn't you? That level up there. So if we get and close above this level here, that'll be my target, that level there. Stokes are continuing up off the divergence, off the bullish divergence. There is a slight divergence again down here, bearish divergence there, but off of this one I'm still heading north. On the daily chart, on the monthly pivots, we've gone up. We're a little bit shy of the monthly target, but I didn't get an entry last week, as you can see. The last week, just have a look where the weekly one was. It basically came off the M2 and head up, and just shy of the monthly conservative target. And now we're heading back down. It's very early in the month, so the fact we're having a retracement once we've hit this level is not surprising. We're a little bit shy of it, but not much. We could still go back up there, and then, but hitting this target this early on in the month suggests a run down. People are taking profit at this point in time. We've come back down to the R1 pivot, and it's kind of stopped there. I would be looking. I mean, what do I have here? The stakes are about to roll over. If I want to take this long, because I am a bull on this pair, I'm a bear on the yen because of seasonality for the next couple of months. I will be looking for to buy it lower. So what do I have to go with there? I've got the Fibonacci levels of this move here. So I've got 81.3 or 81.35. I have 80.8 at the 50% and the 61.8. I'm not expecting it down to this level here at the 618 level at 80.25. Or 80.3. I don't expect it to get down that low. I would certainly be very interested if we got to this high, but I'm probably going to go for an entry here in the 382 level, and also if it gets down to the 50%, I'll be doing half a trade here and half a lot here, and going up from there. That's my plan for next week. Stakes are oversold. Another thing I'll be looking at too is the Stokes cycle. So I'll be looking for the completion of the Stokes cycle down and seeing where it is at that point. if it gets down to oversold, and see where it is down on these levels here, and then be looking for a trade to the upside. Looking at 4 hours, actually I'm going to go back to that other chart that I had open. It's a bit cleaner for the weeklies. So this is weekly pivots. This is a 4-hour chart on weekly pivots. So this is this week's pivots, and that's next week's projected pivots. So last week I didn't get an entry. Entry is in this level down here, and it never got down there. So that was the entry level there. And I never came anywhere near it. I didn't get a 4-hour entry either. If I go to the 1-hour chart, I could have got an entry off the 1-hour 21. But I was not looking at the 1-hour 21. I was looking at the 4-hour 21, and neither did I get a fib level entry either. Didn't come anywhere near the fibs. So for that reason, that's the only opportunity I had to get in, and there could have been a roll reversal. There could have been a price action entry, which I didn't take, and silly me, because it was an excellent move up. Get rid of that for the moment. So that was my entry that I should have gone for, but I didn't. I was looking for these other levels. So going back to a 4-hour, I'm now looking at that price entry again. This would be a level here for an entry, which happens to be right in our buy zone. Where is our buy zone? Our buy zone is, I know this is going to be confusing, a lot of blue around, but that is my buy zone for next week, that area there. That's the buy zone for next week, which happens to be this price action entry. The 4-hour is now, the Stokes is in oversold, so this could be it here. That might be as close as we get to that entry there. So I'll see what I'm doing Monday, because this is the central pivot, weekly pivot for next week. So I'll see what it opens. I may go for an entry on this level here. My other entry would be on the 3/8 on here, on this level here, 81.75. But my other entry, but if it gets down past these levels, then this would be my target down here. So then I'll be looking to enter off. That's why I'm getting confused there. Off this 50%. So one entry is here. Next entry is here. 80.85, so 81-ish. So that's where I'll be looking to enter there. That's off the 50% retracement. Judging by that move, I'm not all that confident. You wouldn't be, but that's my plan. So here's one plan, there's another plan, and here's a 3 plan. So that's plan A, plan B, plan C. Plan A and plan B is a weekly. Plan C would be above and beyond that, be long term for the next couple of months. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.